All right. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome to the Arousal World Live Caricature art stream. Guys, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Thank you guys again for coming out and checking out the stream. Um, Today, what are we going to be doing today? Well, we're going to be doing some digital caricature. I had one of my students ask me about digital caricature. I was in the process of making a video about it. Hey, Kel's World, and then hey, Kel's World of Art, and I was unable because I have three these kids, man. And sometimes when you have an agenda, right? You know, I'm trying to edit a video with a baby in one hand and him on my neck, and it was just oh my gosh. And when I thought I was gonna be finished, and something else happened, man. So it's just like crazy. But anyway, I hope you're not mad at me, Cherish. I'm sorry about that. Let's go ahead and we'll get started. Hello, Tammy. How are you today? Welcome to the stream. I know you had asked me something on my last stream or my on Facebook or something. I think I need to get back to you about that. I can't remember what it was. I think it was something about the name of something. But all right, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to be doing some digital, okay, and for my digital caricatures, I'm gonna be using I'm gonna be using an app called Sketchbook. If you guys are not familiar with Sketchbook, it is a free app that you can get on your phone or your iPad or whatever. It's easier, I think, sometimes than for you guys that want to get into doing digital caricature. But you know, some of these programs are really sophisticated. How much stuff they can do, and sometimes you get bogged down in all the controls, and then you're not able to create the cartoon that you want. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to kind of take you step by step through the whole process. Okay, and I know I got quite a bit of glare on my screen here, but we'll see what we can do about that. Let me use one of these books here, and maybe I can kind of prop it up a little bit. Okay. How does that look to you guys? Is that too light? Is it too light? You know what I mean? Like what's the word I'm looking for? Too. Yeah. All right. Let me see here. I'm gonna do an adjustment real quick here, because it might just be my computer monitor too. I don't have the most expensive monitor there is. Mine's is pretty decent anyway. Oh, let me move my microphone over here too, so you can hear me a bit. All right. I think I want to add some more, less brightness, more contrast, maybe. And maybe a little bit more saturation for the colors. And let's sharpen it up some. There we go. A little bit of sharpness in my life. Okay, cool. I think that's a good picture right there. I mean, as far as I can see. So let's apply and okay. Okay, it's perfect. Okay, cool. All right, let's see here. Digital caricature. Okay, well, first things we're gonna do here. Again, this is called Sketchbook. Okay, and Sketchbook is the app that I like to use for my digital pictures. So how you use this program is very simple. Okay, at the top here you have pretty much most of your little controls. Okay, I know this might seem a little bit small to you. I might try to go in just a little bit more for you. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right. All right. So what you want to do is you want in this box right here. It's a little box on the very corner of your phone or whatever you're using. Okay, and then you'll go here, and then it has a menu is going to drop down. And it's going to say new sketch, gallery, save, and just a bunch of different things. You can even import pictures that you've already drawn. So perhaps you just want to scan a picture in. But today we just going to start from scratch on the pad like we didn't even do one. Okay. So what we'll do here is we're going to go ahead and we're going to say new sketch. Then it's going to ask you what you want the dimensions to be. Okay. Which I just kind of go with the standard one. But if you want to create one, you hit wait, back up, pull up. Hold up. I messed up there. But if you want to create your own, you can always just go back here, and it has different ones. So if you want like a standard piece of paper, a letter or whatever, you can do that from here. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and stay with the one that we have. We're gonna go with screen. Okay. And we're gonna discard my current sketch because I really don't need it. All right. So now we're at our blank screen and we're ready to go. So the next thing that we need is a model, okay? So let's go to Pinterest real quick and we will find a model that we can use to do our faces with, okay? So let me see here. Let's look here. Got some different portraits of people. I don't know who these people are. They're just people portraits, right? All right, let's see here. I don't know who this is, but I'm going to use her face anyway. Okay, so we're going to save that, and then we'll just pull up a face over here and put it on our screen. All right, so this is the face that we're going to make a cartoon out of. Okay. All right, now, so how do we start? The first things first. On our first layer is going to always be our drawing layer, okay? So here you'll see I have a background layer already, which the background is white, okay? So it says background on it. If you take it out, you'll just see this layer here, okay? So no need to go back and fill in the background layer with this particular program. So now we'll go to, we're already on this layer. We'll go to this little box right here. And what this does, when we tap it, that's when our color comes up, okay? And then you can pick whatever colors you want. Here, I've already used these colors quite a bit, so it even stores my color history. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick black because this is gonna be the color of our actual line work. We're gonna keep this real basic today, okay? All right. Now, I know you guys on, let me see. That's our picture that we're drawing over there, so I don't know. Okay. All right. Now, let's go ahead. Since we've already have black, now we go over here and we'll get our pen. So I like to use the fountain pen on this one because as you can see, it tells us what kind of strokes it'll make. So this one right here is a really good one. And then you have your pencils and you have some erasers down here and different types of brushes that you can use depending on what kind of look you want for your artwork, okay? So again, we're gonna go with this one. These two slider bars are very easy to use. They're just one for the size of it. See, I can make this bigger, I can make it smaller, okay? I like to use big lines on my caricatures. This is also a pen pressure application. So when you press harder, you see here how it'll make, and if I go thin, it'll make a thin line here as well. So this is a pen pressure type of situation, okay? Now, once I have that, I'm gonna go to this little box on the very end of this box bar up here, this little menu bar. And this one right here is gonna allow me to take out all of the stuff around my picture so that I can see what I'm drawing, okay? So with this one, what I'll do is I'm gonna start with my overall head shape, just like I would with a normal character, okay? So what we want to do with this program to make everything easy is we want all of our lines to connect as much as possible, okay? All right, so what do I mean by that? You want a lot of closed shapes. So let's just keep this one real basic. And I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna start with an ear shape, right? Then I'll go down here to the chin shape, and then I'll go over here to the ear shape, okay? And then we're gonna go up here, okay? And we're gonna go and we're gonna do a little shape like this. Okay. So if you'll notice, all of my shape is, I want it to be all the way closed, because when we use our selection tool, it's easier to select things to color them in. Okay, so let's just say we want this to be the neck here, and to be the shoulders, and we'll just see how everything closes off. Nowhere for the color to run to when we start doing our selection. All right. Now we'll go ahead and we'll put the little hair. Right. Okay. And then we'll put some more little hairs here. And again, let's just keep it simple, simple, simple. Okay. And then you'll have a little bun or whatever up here. Now, if your drawing gets too out of control, right, or too big or whatever, we'll just go back here. Okay. And we will hit this third button. It looks like four little arrows right here going in different directions. So you'll hit that button, and then it will allow me to scale my picture back down to the middle of the page. Okay, and then that's good. All right, so if I want to come back and do any erasing, this is your eraser tool. Let's say I want to make this bigger. My flow, let's make my size a little bit bigger here. Okay, so I'm going to erase this. I want to make that a little bit bigger, so I'll go back to my brush here. All right. Okay, cool. All right, now, once we have our head shape down, okay, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we're going to go to our selection tool. Okay, on this bar, the selection tool is the very first little box right here, okay? So it has like a little box, and it looks like a little triangle is pointing inside of that box, okay? So you want to use that, and then we'll hit it, right? And then we're going to select the magic wand tool, which is the third one from the left. So it's on this side right here, the one in blue, okay? And then we're going to go to the next box over, and we're going to make sure we hit the plus or add button, which means that we're adding to the selection. Okay, in other words, we're going to select something, and then we want to add more to the selection. All right, so once we do that, what we'll do here is we'll go to our drawing, and we're going to hit this, and we're going to tap it. Okay, now obviously wait a minute, let's back up. I'm going to go back to my pen real quick, because there's an opening right here. I can see it. Okay. Okay, so we want to make sure those openings are very, so there ain't no openings. All right, cool. So let's go back to our selection tool, and then we're on the right layer. So now let's hit select, and I can tell it is selected because, as you can see, it's not going off and bleeding into other parts of the picture. Okay, and then we're adding to the selection, so we can add the neck, because the neck will be the same color, and then we can add this ear shape over here, and then we'll add this ear shape over here. So we've got everything selected, and make sure you're on the right layer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to this plus button over here. Okay, this plus button is so that you can add another layer. So you can see here I added another layer on top of, but I always want my black and white layer to be the top layer, so you can just simply drag and put it on top. So now we have a layer here and a layer here. Got two different layers. Okay, all right, so once we're going to go to the first layer, which is the very bottom layer with nothing on it, and then we're going to first off go back to this button here, and we're going to select the color that we want for our skin. So you'll have to, for your particular caricature, for mine, I have these already saved, and you can see those values here. So I'm going to go here, boom, okay, and then I'm going to actually make that color a little bit lighter and a little bit redder. Okay. Somewhere about right there. Okay. Now, Once I have that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next, this little bucket, it's like a little bucket icon here, okay? And that is the bucket tool. So you'll hit the bucket tool, okay? And then you will just simply tap your selection. And you see by it not having all of any breaks in the line, you can see that it looks pretty good. Actually, I don't know, how's that color coming out, guys? I don't know if that's the same color. Let me see. That color doesn't look like the color that I'm using on here. Let me see. Maybe I need to turn the saturation down some. No, that's not it. Okay. All right. And okay. I guess I just have to roll with that. Okay. So we already have our color in real quick. Okay. So now what we'll do here is we're going to go back to our first layer. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start adding the features in. Okay. All right. So what I will do here is I want no distractions. So I'm going to go here and then I'm just going to, I can turn it anywhere my hand is, so I can, if I want to go from the side, I don't have to always so this is really cool because you can turn your page around or do whatever you want with it, right? Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and focus on that face right now, okay? So that's the cool thing about having one of these pads right here. By the way, this is a Samsung S7 pad, and you can get one of these. They're pretty inexpensive. I think when we got it when it was brand new, so it was a couple $100 to get it, but it's definitely was worth the investment. All right, so now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna look for I'm gonna go to I gotta go back to the black, okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start by putting I forgot to take off the bucket tool. So always make sure you de-arm your tools. Okay, so nothing blue showing up here. Now we were back at the pen layer. Okay, we're on the right layer here. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're gonna go. Okay, there we go. All right, now so let's go to our pen, and we're gonna start doing our eyebrow shapes. So what you want to do with these again is use closed shapes, okay? Because the closed shapes are going to be a lot easier to manipulate, and then you can go back and you can do other things, add more details to it when you finish. But you want your basic shape to be closed. This is the easiest way to do it with these, okay? These type of programs. Now, once we get here, then we'll go to our eye shapes here. Okay. And then we'll add some little eyelashes here. Okay. Okay. And then let's put some little eyes here. Okay. So now we got our little eyes in here. Okay. Hey, Cherish, what's going on? How are you today? All right. Welcome to the stream. All right. Then we're going to do just our little, just like we do in a normal caricature, right? All right. Then we're going to go to our nose shape here. So she has I guess like a soft triangle looking nose to me. So I'll do something like this. Okay, again, all of my shapes are closed. Okay. And it's easier for me to get the proportions of my face, just as a quick note, when I have when I deal with individual shapes. In other words, I'm not worried about the bridge of the nose. I want the tip of the nose so that I can tell how far that shape is from this shape from that shape. And this is easier way to get your likeness. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw our little mouth. So she has a very small mouth, right? Okay. So we doing the basic smile first, and then we come back and we add our lip shape. Okay. Now we can come back and do okay. All right, so pretty much we have all of our line work, okay? And just one sec, guys. Let me. All right, and hold on. All right, so let's back out a little bit, okay? And this is where we are at now. You're probably saying, okay, wait a minute. Let's go ahead and attach these because I was supposed to do all closed shapes. Remember? You want everything to be really elementary when you do this, okay? All right, so all of our shapes are closed off from what I can see. And again, let me show you the importance of that, okay? The importance of that is okay. All right, so the importance of that is this. Let's go back now and pull up our menu. Okay, remember that box on the very end of the top of the screen here is so that you can take things, all the distractions out of the picture so that your hand can move around the board freely without accidentally pressing something. All right, now we're on the black and white layer. All right, so what can I do here next to enhance my picture? Well, by having everything already closed off, I can go to my selection tool, right? Which I got my magic wand selected, the third one, okay? And then I'm going to start doing this. So I'm going to start selecting things, okay? So let's select here. Wait, let's first of all deselect everything. Okay, and then we're going to select here, here, here. Let's go in further. Here, here. All right. I'm going to select everything that I want to be cleaned out. Okay. Okay. Everything is good. All right. Now, when I do that, I'm going to go to the button where the layer is, and I'm going to hit that button. I'm going to hit my square, and it's going to bring up a menu here. Okay. This menu is, you go to the clear. It says clear. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to clear the selection out. Oh, wait. I got to go. Wait, first, let me go back. Before you do that, go to the layer where there's color at. Don't stay on the black and white layer. So once you've already drawn your features, go to the color layer, which is this. If I just took everything else out, it would look like this. Okay, this is my color layer. This is my line layer. This is my line layer. This is my color layer. Okay, so we're going to go to my color layer. Okay, and then we're going to hit it, bring up that menu, and press clear. Now, what it did was it cleared everything out that I needed, you know what I'm saying, to be able to, so I don't have to go back and do that with an eraser. You get what I mean? Okay. And now my hair is pretty much the same thing. If you think of the hair as one big basic shape, then it becomes easy to do this with. So let's go back. Let's take off this selection tool. Let's go back to our black and white layer. And then, I don't know, she might have some brownish hair. So this is what we'll do. we're going to bring that selection tool back. We're going to select the bun. Wait a minute. Okay, back out. It must be a break, and I can see it right there. Okay, so let me go here. I'm on the right layer. Okay. Okay, let's make sure. So you got to make sure you don't have no breaks in your lines. Again. So I'm looking around here. I don't see no break there. I don't see no break there. I'm good. Okay. All right, so let's go back again, and we're going to select this right here. So select, 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 and select. Okay. Now we're going to go to our color tool here, and we're going to go with let's go with this color here. Okay. So we're going to choose like a really light brown. Okay. And this is going to be the base of our hair, but I'm going to create another layer because I want my hair to be on its own layer. I want everything to be on its own layer so that I can come back and change it if I need to. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So let's can you guys see this pretty good? Is this picture good for you? Okay. All right. So again, we got these colored in, so we got our own. We got it on a separate layer. Make sure that we go to the blank layer, and then when we on the blank layer, we're gonna go and we're going to select the bucket. Okay. And then once we select the bucket, all we have to do is tap it, and you can see it colors in the hair and everything for us. Okay. All right. And then if we want to, if let's say for instance, we're on that color and we don't like the way it looks, right? Instead of going back and trying to change the color, what I can do is go here. I'm going to press it again, the actual layer that I'm on. And then here it has a thing called HSL adjustment. Okay. So I'm going to go, I'm going to press that, right? And then watch what that allows me to do. I can make this color more saturated. I can turn the saturation down, right? See how I can eliminate, how I can make this color less red and more brown, right? Okay. I can even make it lighter, or I can make it darker, right? So let's say I want to make it dark brown, okay, like this or whatever, okay? I can change those things up, all right? So I'm gonna go back here, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more red, like to the hair, but a little bit darker, a little bit redder, a little bit darker, all right, like that. Okay. So I think that's pretty good just for explanation purposes. And then what we'll do, we'll just hit the done button, and we can do that with anything we want to. We want to go to our, if we're here at the face, let's go here. All right. Let's take off the selection tool. Let's go back to our color layer. Okay, I can also hit HSL adjustment. Okay, and then what that will do again is I can make my color lighter, right? You see here how I made her lighter. I can make her darker. I could be, she could be lighter. She could be like sister, right? Whichever way you want to do it, right? All right, so you can go here, and then I can put a little bit more red in there, right? Just a little bit more saturation, or I can take some out, whichever I want to do. Okay. All right, and so let me see here. I'm gonna use that beige, like that peachy color. I like to use those in my cartoons, okay? Because this picture is pretty black and white. You won't be able to see it. Now, what I should have did also at the bottom of the screen here, which is a really cool tool here with this program, is there's a little right here, and you can't see it really on this right here on this particular one, this screen, but it's a little circle right here at the bottom of the screen. So when you hit it, it brings up like this little menu right here. Okay, and then you can press eyedropper tool. And now what I'm going to do is come here, and I've chosen this color as my main color. So why did I do that? Well, because what I want to do here is I'm going to go back to my color layer because I neglected to do this the first time. And I'm going to select my eyebrows here and here. And then I'm going to go back to the hair layer. And then I'm going to go to the bucket tool. And then I'm going to tap my bucket in there so that I can color her eyebrows in. Okay? All right. So we got that part finished. All right. So now let's go ahead and we're going to turn off our bucket tool. Make sure all your tools are turned off. No blue should be up here so that you don't accidentally do something else. All right. And then from there, we'll go ahead and we'll add some color to the lips here, like a pink maybe. So I'll go here and I'll look for a pink. I'll go here to the red, obviously. Then I can see a pink color right there. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually I'm going to put the lips on a different layer as well. All right. But I'm going to go back to my black and white layer. So every time I want to color something in, I want to go back to my black and white layer, select it, and then turn around and put the color for that thing on a different layer. This way, everything is you're able to manipulate the picture even after it's finished. You don't have to go back and try to erase around lines or nothing like that because this program is very simple to use. Again, it's a lot of the times you'll see me draw. I think the last time I did when I had done it, I did it on Photoshop. Well, Photoshop works a lot like this. If you have Photoshop and I have like a pad like this one, and this one is called a Wacom tablet, if you can see that, and it comes with like a little pen. So I can do all the same stuff with this on my computer as I do on this, but again, this to me just seems more user friendly for somebody that's not really that tech savvy. You want to use something with not that many controls in it. Okay. Oh, wow, that's awesome. You're in Yonkers, huh? I'm from New York, too. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. All right, so now we're going to go to our black and white layer, and then we're going to, hold on a sec, guys. Okay, hold on. All right, so we're selecting my black and white layer. We're going to select the lips here. First selection tool, you'll know it's on because it'll light up blue, right? And then we come over here and we go just like this and like that. Then we go back to the layer that we want it to be on. Then we hit the bucket tool and then we hit the object that we want. And you can see here we got pink lips, right? All right, now check this out. This is where it gets real cool at. All right, let me show you how you bring it to life. Now, this is just my, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create another layer because now I'm going to my secondary layer. And if you guys have seen me do caricatures before, you've probably seen me use gray markers, right, to do like highlights after I use my black marker, okay? All right, well, this is what I'm essentially doing. So it doesn't matter whether you're using black and white or if you're using colors. If you're using a color, you want to, let's go here. We're going to select, okay, flick gesture can quickly trigger marking. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, it just showed me something else I didn't know. Okay, but so I could do like this. Oh, color picker. Oh, okay. So now I've selected the color of my skin, but I want a darker color of my skin. So what I'm going to do here, it's already showing me where I'm at, and it's going to let me go. It's going to let me go in here to darken this color. So this middle square, this outer layer is to change the color, and this one is to change the lightness or darkness or saturation of the layer, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go really light here. About right here, okay? And I'm gonna make sure again that I put this on another layer because watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to my face layer, watch. I'm going to select my face layer. Wait, I'm going to deselect everything first. And then I'm going to select my face layer. Everything where there's that light colored skin. Okay. Now, when I go back to my other layer where I want to use this color at, I can't color outside the lines now. That's the reason that you want to use that selection. So you can see here, everything is selected. So if I do like this, watch. Let me go here. Okay. So watch. You see if I get here, see how it stops? I can't color outside of that line, okay? So I'm gonna go back those layered lines out. But now I can make shadows. So let's look at her picture and watch what I do. Look at between her eyes. Okay. Okay. I'm going to enhance my picture. Okay. See that right there? Okay. Okay. And I'm going to do some simple little layering here. Okay. Okay. So then we'll come over here to the ear shape. And then we'll come over here to our ear shape. And we may even just do a little shadow over here too. Okay. All right. All right. So you can see how I was able to put highlights or whatever I want in the picture. Now, again, if I wanted to manipulate those, I could. All I have to do is go to here, hit the HSL adjustment. And let's say I want those to be lighter or darker, right? Like this. Let's say I want it to be darker, but I also want it to be more saturated. Or I want it to be lighter, right? With less saturation, okay? You see like that one? And then I might go a little darker. Okay? All right, you see how that works? All right, so now, boom, we finished with that. So we can press done. All right, so that's our first layer. And then we can come back and do it again. Boom, right? And we will color on top of that layer, but we're gonna color pick what color we have there already. Then we're gonna go darker than that right here. Okay. So now we're darker. So this is like my last color layer right here. So I'll do this on this layer. I'll go ahead and just use it right here. Okay. So you see this gives me like a third dimension. So this is what 3D is. Okay. All right. Now, again, we're not trying to create a masterpiece here. I'm just trying to show you, what's going on. All right, now let's go to our, we're going to deselect everything. And let's go ahead and go to the eye shape. Okay. Hey, that isn't in class, buddy. Wait, that isn't in class, and then we'll do that after we finish, okay?
Dad, can you play Batman's cards in the...
No, I'm doing a picture right now.
I want to play Batman's cards in the phone.
Yeah, but we can't play Batman's cards right now.
I want
Okay?
to play Batman's cards.
So as soon as I'm done, we can play Batman's cards. Okay?
Batman's cards in the tablet.
I know, after we finish. See, Daddy's in class right now.
Dad,
You see? No.
Listen.
Don't touch. Hey. Hold on a second, guys. One sec. This is the story of my life. I told you, Cherish. Hey, where's Cassidy? Go with Mom. and then we'll finish in a little bit.
Bye.
You want to say bye-bye? Say bye.
Bye.
Here, wave right there. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay. See you later, buddy. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Had a little guy come on in here. Okay. All right. So, all right. Let's go ahead and where are we at now? Oh, okay. I'm looking at the eye color. I don't know. I'm gonna go with some blue. Look like her eyes might be like a blue color. And I could always again adjust this later on. We'll go back to our main layer, our black and white layer. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and we will select this here and select this here. And then we can even select that little white space right there. Doop. All right, now watch this. All we got to do, again, create another layer for the eyes. Make sure that your black layer stays on the top. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get our bucket tool and we'll tap them. And you can see that she has the blue eye color. Right? All right. Pretty cool, right? All right. Now, hair. You're like, how do I do the hair? Okay, well, all we're going to do is deselect everything. We're going to go to our hair layer, this layer right here. All right. And then we're going to select that layer and we're going to color pick that hair. And then we're going to go with the next darker layer down. And we want to also make that another layer of its own. Again, I want to be able to manipulate my layers once I do them. Okay. Oh, thank you, Kels World. Appreciate it. All right, let me see here. So now watch what we do. I'm going to go ahead and take this out. I'm going to go ahead and select this whole hair piece, right? So watch this. So here, we're on this layer. Let's select the hair, select the hair, select the hair, and select the hair, okay? And now we're going to go to the layer where we want to be at. And we're going to take all this other stuff out. So watch as I be, hold up. Ooh, let me see. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing my hair. Watch. You see how it makes the hair easier to do? At first, your hair is it's gonna look like, oh man, because you so used to trying to draw with the details first that this way right here is so simple that it's ridiculously simple. But it's just getting out of the habit of thinking I need to draw details first. No, you need to draw details last. That's why they're called details. It's like, the fine details, the things that are last, right? And up here we got our hair. Her hair is kind of doing like this, right? And no matter what, because again, I put everything on different layers, I can't mess this up. You know what I mean? It's impossible. All right, so now we got the two layers there. We can come back with a next darker layer, so we can go back here and say, okay, we're still selected. We'll make another layer. And then we'll go with something that's darker than that. So we'll go with like super dark brown, okay? And then now we'll go here and watch as we'll go ahead and we just use it in little spots. We don't want this to overpower our drawing, right? We want to use it as less as possible. Okay. Now, we can go to the eyebrows, right? Eyebrows are kind of dark, so we can just. Oh, I didn't actually select those. Duh. All right, let me go back to here and let's select this. Let's select this, and these. I forgot to select those. And these. Oh. Ooh. Okay. All right, now we're back on the. I guess we could put the eyebrows on the top layer. All right, so we'll just do something like this here. Okay. All right. Thank you, Cherish. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. Thank you. I got my first tip of the day. Oh, by the way, guys, if you feel like you're benefiting from this art tutorial here today, the tips are awesome, man. This is my full-time job, so I got to feed the guy. They eat me out of a house and a home. Oh my gosh, I never seen HE. Well, we have HEB here. That's the name of our grocery store. I don't know what you guys have where you're at, but man, every time I go to HEB, man, I gotta give blood and everything else, man. It's insane. All right, let me see here. So now this is what we're gonna do next. We will. We're gonna do this, okay? I'm thinking I'm gonna do the lips last, and then I'm gonna add some little highlights in the picture, and then we're gonna be done. Okay? So this is not. This is like drawing a caricature like digital, but it's the simple version. I'm not gonna get all complex with you. You don't really need to know all that stuff if you want to do a digital caricature. You just need one simple program. And again, I recommend you guys the sketchbook program is really awesome. If you guys have never used that app before, it's pretty cool. Okay. Um, so let me see here. Now I'm going to do the lips, and then we're going to do finishing touches. Okay, details last. Okay. All right. So let's go to um, our color picker. Boop. We're gonna pick this pink, right? But then we're gonna go a little bit darker with the pink, right? So we could add some lipstick to the picture, right? Okay. And let me see here. Um, I want to put that on its own layer here. So this is the lip layer here. Let me deselect that. Let's go to the lip layer and select the lips. And then we're going to make another layer on top of the lips to use this color on. So we need to make sure we tap our marker again. And then I'll just go ahead and make them bigger right here, right? Okay. See how I just made them a little bit like that, right? And then now check this out. Check it out. Now, once we are done, right? This is what we're going to do, okay? We are going to put our details, okay? So, what are the details, okay? Since we're on the hair layer, let's go to our hair layer. First, let's pick the color that we want to use, this one. And let's pick a nice, should we go with that middle color? I think we should go with the darker color. Yeah, I'm going to go with the darkest one. Okay. Now watch what I do with this. I'm going to go to the darkest layer. All right, but now I'm not going to select the hair. I'm not going to select it. I'm just going to do like this. Now watch. You ready? All right, here we go. Okay. Hmm. Oh this got to go on top of these. There we go. Okay. Okay, so you see how when you do it that way, it's gonna it brings the, you can do those, all those little things, but you not, some people when they take off drawing, they want to draw all that stuff first, and then it's discouraging, you know what I mean, when you could just build a picture from the basic shapes up to the top shape. You get what I mean? Okay. All right, so after that, I think the last thing for us to do, guys, is it's going to be to add, sometimes I'll add highlights, okay? And let me show you how I do that. So now that the whole picture is actually done, I feel like I don't really want to, I don't feel like I need to do anything else as far as, but I can link layers together. Let me see if I do, let me see. I can merge all layers, I can color balance. Okay, I don't want to merge all layers. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put the hair all together, 2 and 3. So the hair layers are all together. My face layers are all together. My lips can really be down here, doesn't matter. Okay. All right, so I got my hair layers together, my face layers, and then my lip layers, okay? So for my hair layers, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna merge down, and then I'm gonna merge it down. So now I got one layer to work with, okay? So I merged all my hair layers together at the end because I'm pretty satisfied with them. So watch what I can do now. I can take this selection tool. I'm gonna go to the lasso tool. Instead of using the magic wand, I'm gonna go to lasso. So I'm gonna lasso some stuff, watch. So watch what I do here. I'm gonna show you something. Okay, now watch this. Hold on, let's lasso that. All right, now watch this. I'm gonna tap that layer and I'm gonna press adjustment. Now watch as I adjust it. It's gonna adjust all the colors to go lighter. You see how I added like a light source to my hair? Okay, and then all I have to do there is press done. I like it, and deselect. So now I have a light source in my hair. You see how the picture's coming up? Now I could go to my, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to my face layer, okay? And I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna do it right here. 1, 2, all right, 3. Okay, I'm not gonna use too many of these on this one, okay? So now what I can do here again is I'm gonna tap on there. I'm gonna go to HSL adjustment. And then I'm gonna make it lighter. Okay. You might not be able to see the actual lightness on that, but let me just press done. I went a little bit over light just so you could be sure that you see it. Okay, but you can see here how I put like shadows and different things in the drawing. Okay, all right, so pretty much after you do that, the drawing, you can do your, we'll go back to our hair layer. We can do like little, if we want to do something like, we want to make the pen smaller, and we want to do like little details like eyelashes like this, right? You see? Okay. All right, and then pretty much that's it. Okay, that's how you draw. Sometimes I might do this too. I like doing this with my female caricatures. Hold up. Oop. Whoop, back up. That's not black. This is black. Wait, why is it not? Okay, there we go. All right. And so now we got a pretty cool color caricature. Okay. All done digitally. And then once we finish and we like everything, we can simply go ahead and we'll take out the background layer. Right. That's what we left with. We're going to go ahead and we can select our top layer. We can merge all. So now I'll have one file. I can put this back. And here I can manipulate the picture any way I want to. I can put it in another background. I can do another scene. Whatever I want to do, I can do that. Okay? So that, guys, is how I do a digital caricature. Okay? So I don't know where you guys want to go now. I thought maybe just doing some hand drawn, but did you guys want to go back? Did you guys want to go through another drawing like this one, or did you guys want to go with the hand drawn drawings? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, and again, guys, if you feel like you're benefiting from the stream, tips are appreciated, guys. All right. Okay, cool. Cheers. We'll pick another one. So let's go ahead and go with another face then. All right, we got. Okay. So let's pick a face that we want to draw. All right. Let me see here. And what did all right, hold on a second. I'm trying to see who I want to draw. Maybe a guy with a beard. Okay. Let's just do that. Let's look up beards. Beard styles. All right, let's see here. Okay. I guess we'll go with that looks funny. Let's try this one. Keep it. We want to keep our samples simple, right? I want to. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna try this guy right here. This is a guy with a beard. Okay. So, all right, guys, let's go through this. We're gonna go through this digital caricature process again for you. Okay. Very easy to do. Again, we're just gonna go ahead here and we're gonna create a new sketch, right? And then we're gonna go create, and we're going to save that one. Okay. Now the cool thing about this program is that I can also, I'm going to go here and I'm going to screen record. I'm not going to do any of that until I plug this thing in. Good thing I looked at that. All right, hold on. All right, so let's go here to screen recorder. It's going to ask me if I want to screen record. So I'm going to go ahead and media and mic, and we're going to start recording. So now my pad is recording everything that I'm doing. Okay. So I'm not going to do anything wrong here. All right. So what's the first thing that I want to do again? I have my layer already selected here. This layer down here. Right. And I want to make sure my pen is black. Okay. And that I'm using the fountain pen or whatever type of pen that you want to use. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get our overall head shape in. Remember, we want closed shapes, and that means that hold on a second. Let me back up here. I remember I made my lines a little smaller. I need to make this bigger here. Okay. All right, now we want closed lines. So we're going to go from the top of the head okay, and we want to try to make as close as we can to a cool little head shape of our guy here. Okay. Okay. Okay, now with this picture, because he has a beard, okay, I'm not going to close my shape off down here. You can see there's plenty of space for my selection tool to run. So when you draw a beard, it's going to be an extra step involved in trying to do this, but nothing that complicated. Okay. Actually, just what I'm going to do. I would like to on this picture. I'm going to manipulate this a bit, and then I'm going to do this here. I'm going to stretch it. I like that head shape better. Okay. So I just basically made the shape longer, right? And then that's the cool thing about doing a caricature with a digital pad, and all of that I just did is done with the move tool. So if you the move tool is basically this little 4-arrow button here at the top of the screen in blue. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and put our little. We're still on the black layer, so we can go ahead and put our little neck here and some shoulder work. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and we're going to do our hairline. Okay. So I might do something like this. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I'm going to have to erase something here. I don't like the way this side over here looks. You can always erase with this one. Go back to my tool and then okay. All right. So now this is what we're going to do next. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to draw his brow shapes, right? Okay, and I'm going to draw my nose shape here. How I do that is I always gauge from the nose, the middle of the eyebrows down to see how far I want to go with my end shape. I don't really worry about the bridge of the nose too much at first. It's always time that you can add that in later. He has like a little roundness right there, but that's all we need. And then we can come over here and we can add our beard shape here. All right. Okay. All right. Now, next step will be our eyes. So I would just use a simple eye shape like this. Will do. Okay. Oh, my bad. All right. So pretty much I think that's done. Okay. Uh, what I'll do here also, I'm gonna do this again. I felt like his face was too skinny. I don't know. All right, now once we finish that, we'll go ahead and we'll start doing in our coloring part. Now you'll notice with this one, in the event that you're using, sometimes you do have to do line breaks, and that's with these type of drawings. Sometimes it happens, especially with beards, because you don't want to have like this hard line down there. I think um, it'll kind of cloud things up. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really thought about how could I get around that, to be honest with you. But either way, that's just the way I'm gonna do it for now. All right. So either way, we're gonna go ahead now. We're gonna select our next color, which would be our skin color. So I'm gonna go with definitely a lighter color here. I guess something like that'll do, and then we'll go ahead and make another layer here. Okay, so this is our second layer. Make sure that your color, your black and white layer is always on the top. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start doing our coloring. Now for this one, this is what we'll do. Okay, we're going to, when you have a picture like this and you've got a lot of line breaks, okay, what you're going to have to do, and it takes a little bit longer, right, is that you'll go with your tool, right, your pen, okay, and you make sure that you're on the color layer, and then you just kind of trace out your drawing. Okay, trace around everything. Okay, I don't need to color in the whole face, just trace around where you don't want color to go, where you don't want it to escape from. Okay, so we're just doing it like that. Okay, and you can see here I don't want my color to go past here, so I like the way this pad can make things big, especially for a guy like me. I got terrible up close. I got good up close vision, but when I wear glasses, it sucks. My up close vision gets bad, and it's like you can't have both of them. I don't know if any of y'all experienced that issue. If you have contact, now they got these new contacts now that are what's the word I'm looking for? They're bifocals or something like that, so you can wear them, and they got readers already in the lenses. So, oh, see you later, Kel's World. Thank you for coming out today. All right. Okay, so this is how you eliminate the problem of when you just do like this, and then once you finish, right? And I would recommend going ahead and doing it for all the layers. Just go ahead. Once you're there, go ahead and make another layer, and then we'll look at that beard color, which is like a reddish brown color kind of thing. So what I'll do now is I'll just go here, and then I'll look at red. I'll look at this brown, and then I'll add like some more red to it. Something like that. Okay. And then I'll just go ahead and color in my hair shape and beard and all that. So this is another layer. This is going to go underneath. I want that letter to be at the very bottom. So you do the same thing here. You can also do this with your with that what's the word I'm looking for, with the lasso tool. If you want them, you can do it that way. That's kind of up to you. Okay. This is kind of like the, what's the word we're looking for? If you ever painted anything, you got to do you got to mask things off. Well, that's kind of what you're doing with this. You're kind of masking things off, and it doesn't have to be perfect out here. I mean, I'm not trying to stand between the lines and nothing like that, because I'm gonna eventually go outside the lines anyway. When I begin detailing the picture, so you know, it's the imperfections and things that make it look good, actually. All right, so I think we got the hair outlined, right? Okay. All right, so let me see here. I think he has like green eyes or something like that. So we'll go ahead with the. We'll go over here with green, some kind of green like this. I don't know. Go toward the yellow a little bit more, and then we'll just put another layer here for our eyes, and then I'll just go ahead and just color them in now, right? And really, right now, it looks kind of cool, right? It looks like a real simple, like, you know what I'm saying? All right, now we got everything masked off, right? That we want. So now all we have to do is we'll take it one layer at a time. So we're going to go with, oh my goodness, I put this on the same layer, but that's okay. I still can do it. All right, so let's go here, and we're going to do this here and this here. Okay, and then we're going to color pick. We're going to color pick our color, right? So that's the color we had. And then we're going to bucket tool, and we're going to fill that in, and then we're going to unbucket and unselect and see how we colored it all in, right? Okay. Wow, that looks so bright on the screen though. It's like this is so much lights in here that it's not doing my colors on screen the most justice. Man, that's supposed to look a little bit more like. But then again, I don't know. Maybe does it show up different on you guys' screen? I don't know. It doesn't look as peachy as it does like live. Yeah. Excuse me. All right, now let me see here. We'll go ahead and go to our color picker again, and then we're gonna go to selection tool, select here, and hold up. Let me see. Okay, it says there's a way for it to get out here. I don't know. I don't see where. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. So let me deselect that real quick. Go ahead and fix it while I'm here. Let me see. Right there. It was a break in the line. All right, so let's put it back here now. Okay. So let me see here. We'll go ahead and we will. There we go. Select, 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 select. And then we will bucket tool and shade it all in there for you, right? All right. Now, what's crazy, what I don't like, I think this needs to be a little bit more brown. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to select all the hair. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this here, and I'm gonna adjust so that it's a little bit darker and a little more saturated. But maybe actually, well, it does look kind of reddish in the picture. It does look reddish brown, like a reddish brown color. That's too red. Let me see. Yeah, like orangey. That's what I was looking for. There we go, like that. Then we can add brown to that color. Okay, cool. All right, all right, and then let's go ahead. Now, let's see here. Once we finish that, we can go ahead and we'll just start detailing it, right? So we'll go to our skin color and we'll magic wand it. All right, and then we will color pick the skin and then make it darker. Okay, and then on another layer, we'll add some shadows here. Okay. Okay. So I think I like that right there. I think I can go ahead and make some freckles too here, because he has some like freckles. I could have made him a little bit more orangey. I didn't want him to stick out as much in the picture, so I'm just gonna do it like that. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I think that really helped, because once I started putting the shadows in, then it was able to pick things out. All right, now this is what we're gonna do next. We're gonna go to the we're gonna go to we're gonna color pick our hair, and we're gonna detail that. We're gonna make it a little bit more brown, right, like that. Okay, so that's our color that we're at, and then this is the color where we're going to. Okay, so I think we got it. Okay, cool. So let's deselect and go back here and select the hair. Okay. All right. And another thing is, when you select this, you can turn up the sensitivity of it, so it'll select all of it at one time. So let's put that out there for you. All right, so let's do another layer here on top of that layer. It's going to be, like I said, a slightly browner color here. All right, so we're going to, now we don't have to worry about coloring outside the lines. We can add details quickly to our shape, right? And it's not going to take us long at all. Okay. Oh, forgot to do that one. Okay. So we're just gonna color it and just get it nice and all right. Okay. And that's a good thing. Put you a base underneath your color, and that'll even work when you're doing your regular pencil drawings. You know, sometimes when you put a base underneath there, it'll look a little bit better, right? Let's go ahead and select this as well here, and then come back here, and we need to darken those in some. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go with another darker layer, okay? So we're going to add one more layer to the hair, and I'm going to go darker than this color. So I'm going to go like almost jet, almost. All right, and then we don't want to overuse this. Just every now and then, right? Okay. See here, you got this part out here that's kind of dark. This over here is kind of darker. All right, and then we got this part here that's kind of dark. Okay. All right. Now, I think pretty much that is all I need to do. Okay. So from there, again, if you want, you can add, darker. If you want to go darker in different places, like here, I might If I wanted to, I could go a little bit darker right here. Just sort of look like the photograph, but it's not necessary. All right. See how I add a little bit more darkness here, a hint of it there. All right. Okay. All right. And so all we have to do now is just go back to our black, and then we sign our work. All right. All right. And so that's pretty much how the whole process goes. And what I did was, boom, I actually saved it, so I think I can make a video out of this now. And hey, is it this one? Yeah. Let's see. So we went through the whole process, and then we saved everything with the talking. So you can see how everything works. Okay. All right. So that is how you get it done. You do, we did 2 of those already. I'm gonna do something just quick by hand for you, 1 or 2 little drawings or whatever, and then after that we're gonna go ahead and do our word of the day. Again, guys, if you feel like you benefited from the information, don't forget, tips are awesome. Thank you very much if you guys tipped. Okay. All right, so let's go. Oh, also, if you want to tip, guys, this is where you can tip at. So I already put the information here. Cash App, $, Browser World. Okay. There you go. All right. So let's put our regular paper here. We'll get rid of this pad. We don't need it anymore. And that one came out pretty good. Okay. All right. Thanks, Cherish. Appreciate it. All right. So let's just pick another guy like that. Let me see. The afro beard, the afro guy. Looks like a picture we could do, right? All right, let me see here. So all right. So I'm gonna go through just a regular hand-drawn picture again, and then I'll show you, just like when we were doing the digital caricature just a little while ago. You'll see that the concepts that I'm showing you to do digital, or if you think like you're going to do digital when you're drawing live, it's really going to help you. Okay. For instance, I'm going to use a pencil first to do my initial sketch of the guy that we're doing here on the screen, but pretty much it's the same concept. Everything needs to be closed shapes. Okay, so let's just say we're doing the hair. Okay, I'm looking at my hair, and I'm looking at it as one big shape, right? that I can close off, right? And I don't have to be perfect with. I just need to make it noticeable or recognizable as his hair. Okay? I'm not getting involved in all of the, don't worry about the hair sticking out and all that stuff yet. You just want the basic concept, okay? And then you want to come down here and then you might say, okay, and this might be his beard shape, right? Okay. The thing about drawing caricatures is that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to do something that reminds of the person. The imperfections are what's going to make your drawing look cool and unique, actually. Okay, so we got this round nose shape here, right? I don't care whether I mess up or not. Like, that doesn't, who, you know what I mean? Who's going to know that I messed up? What do you mean? How do you know I didn't mean to draw that? All right, let's just keep it real simple. See how simple this is right here? Okay. Hey, Miss Ebony, how are you today? My other Patreon is in the house today. The Patreon posse is here today. Yeah. All right, and then we'll come over here and we can draw our little glasses in, right? Because I don't care about getting it absolutely perfect. I want these basic shapes in my drawing, right? And I can come back and add stuff, you know, if I'm a little off later on, you know, you can add that with your marker, but you want, again, basic little shapes, okay? And then we got his little eye shape right here. Okay? 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 So what do I mean by what we can do later on? All right, watch. Now once we have this part down, well, we can just let me go ahead and grab our little markers out here, whichever one we want to use. That's kind of dried out. All right, so we'll just use this one. It's whatever. Okay. And then we just kind of add on to what we did. So watch my drawing now. Watch as I go through the drawing. I might do something like this. Okay, because now I know what I kind of want to do, but maybe I just want to add a little bit more right here. Okay. And then maybe I just want to get some little hairs going out here. But I know I need to get back to my original shape, you know. But I'm just adding some little hairs onto the outside shape. You see? Like that. And then we come over here and we'll do the hair. All right, and just keep it simple. Okay. All right. Now we'll add the eyebrows in here. Okay. We can even color them in. Okay. All right, and then we'll just work our way down the picture. Adding our glasses in. Man, this marker is not doing well here. I'm gonna get another one. Maybe I could use this one. Let me see. Yeah, this one might work better. Okay, and we add our nose shape here. And then our eyes here. And then we got our mouth shape. And our little beard shape here. Okay. And then we got our neck shape here. Okay. So these same little basic concepts from digital drawing will apply to your black and your regular drawings as well, and then you can just come back again and erase your little lines here. Okay. And you got a real quick drawing. Okay. So you want to practice getting all of your shapes that you need, the individual shapes. The face is really just 5 shapes, and you want to practice again being able to take those shapes, make them simple so that you can get the correct relationship of those shapes to one another. All right. And as you learn this more, you'll get better at caricature. If I can take these same shapes and I change the relationship of them, I can make another person. Okay. It's really no limit to what you could create when you think like this. Okay. All the same shapes, but just different, situations that you're applying them in. This is all really caricature is in a nutshell. It's how well you see things for what they really are, and don't get it distracted by the things going on around it. You know what I mean? These guys are funny. Let me see here. All right, so this is my last drawing right here I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Try to do a little work today, right? Okay, again, what are my features doing? I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, what my shapes are doing here. Right, and then what's his okay. This is really how simple it's supposed to be. And then from there, just looking at relationships of everything else. This is how simple you want to make it in the beginning. You can't make it this simple, you're gonna have a bad day. Yeah, I like to experiment with making my cartoons all kinds of ways. I don't. So it is what it is, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. So we're wrapping it up here. Simplicity kills. So we're gonna go ahead, guys, and we're gonna get into our word of the day. You guys are ready for that? And I know I need a word today. Right? I need a word today. Okay. All right, guys. So that was my quick little my quick little cartoon of the guy, right? So just give me a moment here. I will be right back. We're gonna do our word of the day. What's going on, guys, on Instagram? All right. And again, guys, if you felt like you benefited from the stream before I take a break and you want a tip for the art lessons that you got today, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's my full-time employment. So Um, just putting that out there for you. You can tip here if you'd like to, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it in advance. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Digital caricature art tutorial. Tutorial. All right, guys. So we are back, and this is going to be the last part of our stream. If this is your first time to our stream, our live stream, I do a word of the day at the end of every stream. This is primarily, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's primarily because I need it. You know, I know I need encouragement uh, throughout in the day, throughout my day. You know, because I know how Harry is. I don't know how any. I can't say that I know any of you guys like super personally, but I can just speak for me that ever since I was a young dude, I can remember struggling with one thing, and I still struggle with it to this day. But it's how this is what keeps me. It keeps me grounded and focused on the right things. You know, that struggle for me was believing that things outside of me were responsible for my happiness. I was shut down a lot if I didn't feel like I was at a if I didn't feel like if I was at a party all the time, I got I got I don't know. I just this discouraged feeling came. You know, if it wasn't exciting, you know, and uh, I got hooked on excitement. You know, as a kid, maybe they told me I had attention deficit disorder in school. I don't know whether it was because I was just eating all this sugar or whatever it was, but I know that eventually, and I struggled, like I said, with it as an adult, was to be all over the place in my mind all the time, and well, some of the things that came with that were unnecessarily being unnecessarily fearful in certain situations, like you know, you're going somewhere and you're thinking all these possibilities. Your mind's just constantly thinking and thinking and thinking. And so, as I began my walk with the Lord, it was what it helped me to do was it, number one, showed me that circumstances can't dictate whether you're happy or not, because circumstances are just too they're not a good investment to put your money in because they change too much. So it was that's one thing. And then the other thing was that I'm not in control of anything. There was this false illusion, a sense of I had that I thought that I could dictate outcomes, you know. I don't know if you can relate to this, but I'm going to share it with you or ask you this. When it comes to like outcomes, right? How many of us right now literally want to change something that happened in their life before? Like, if it was up to you, if you had the power to change something in your life, what would that thing be? Whether it already happened, right? Whether it's something you're going through right now, what would that thing be that you could change? I've thought about that question a lot. There's some things that I wish I could go back and change. Some decisions that I made that were really stupid. Now that I'm an adult, now that I'm seeing with the correct set of lenses, the world, they were not good decisions at all that I had made. And and I asked that question because it goes to show us just how much we don't have any control over anything. Because the key word or the key part of that was, if you had the power to, what would you change? Right? And some things, I believe all things, and whether we want to accept it or not, we really don't have control over them. We think we do. Nothing makes me laugh as much as people that watch professional sports, and they always talk about, in football they'll say, didn't they see the wide receiver was wide open? Why didn't they just give it to the running back? Oh, he should have went left when he should have went right. And I'm sitting here thinking, but you're not in the game with everything moving at 100 miles an hour. You know what I mean? You're sitting on the sideline from the comfort of the stands, where you're not about to get hit by a 350-pound linebacker. You know what I mean? You don't have any of these things to consider. You know, and then it's like we don't have control in that situation. We don't know what's going to happen at any given time, because no player would want to suffer an injury. If they could change that, they'd go back and change it. They got all that money, but they can't go back and change that. You know, maybe someone's lost a relationship with somebody they really cared about. You know, and it's been years since you talked to that person. And you think about that person. And if you could go back and change one thing, like I have a friend of mine that I met when I was actually incarcerated a long time ago, and his name was Jack. And I remember during that time, Jack was like a older brother to me. He was a real, he kept me grounded in a lot of ways, you know. And anyway, right before I was leaving that place, I said something stupid. I did something stupid that compromised our relationship, and I haven't talked to him since, right? But I think about him all the time, you know, and I think about, man, I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that, and I can't take it back. That was stupid. That was immature. I still can't take it back. I don't have that power. So I want to share with you, saying all that, a scripture or a Bible study or a devotional that's going to kind of talk about this, because there are many of us that are living life, suffering with what I've shared with you. You know, I certainly don't feel like I'm special or I'm alone in this. That I see Cherish here is saying that, escape mechanisms and things, and we think we look to things outside of ourselves to make us happy, to make us joyful, and we don't want to accept the hard reality that life is mentality. Life is, it says in scripture, so a man thinketh, so is he. And be transformed by renewing of the mind. All of these scriptures point to, you have to steer your mind in the direction that it's supposed to go in. It's not going to stay there automatically. It's not going to go there automatically. It is, when you get pissed off, you have to think, just like a kid in a candy store picture your child in a store, and you're in it with your niece or your nephew or your own kid, and y'all are riding down the aisle, and the kid's asking for every single thing on every shelf, right? Like I did. Remember I told you when I was a kid, always having to be at this party, always wanting everything that I saw, always wanting to be a part of everything. And because I never was satisfied with anything, I was like, I'm just looking for something to make me happy. Anything to make me happy, because I'm really not happy. I'm really searching like this because I'm not happy. I'm not content. I never felt what that feels like when I was a kid. I didn't know what that meant, be content. And so you have to tell that child, no, put that back. Or no, there's going to be consequences if you reach out this cart again and you put that in this cart. I said no. Well, you have to do your mind like that. Your mind needs direction. It needs a focus point. It needs a mission. It needs a task. The Bible says that a idle mind is a devil's playground. Okay, if you don't have something to think about, believe me, the world will give you many things to think about at one time. Okay, so I want to read to you the book of Philippians. This is and then we're going to go into the actual part of it here. Oh man, I think I gotta hurry up with this. I didn't realize what time it was. God. Okay, contentment. Paul has learned the secret of this attitude. He revealed it to us in Philippians. While under house arrest, Paul wrote this letter to the Philippians to thank some dear friends who had sent him money. In this letter, he told them about a joy that does not depend upon external circumstances, because it is rooted in Jesus Christ, who gives it freely. Okay? And that's really what it's all about. God is telling us that there's nothing in this world that's going to make you happy if you don't decide that you want to be that way. Simple as that. So many blessings. That's the name of our devotional. I'm going to read this to you. And then this is going to be kind of quick, guys, because I have to go take my daughter to her dance class. I forgot what time it is. So, all right, here we go. Therefore, since we are receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken, let us be thankful. That's in the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 28. Let me teach you how to be thankful. We walk around life and we think we're entitled to things because we feel like we're in control. So we feel like when we make a call, if the call doesn't happen, then we feel bad about it. Okay? It says, first, think about all the things you have to be thankful for. Home, family, friends, food, clothes, and stuff. Then think about how each of these things is a gift from God. Okay? As the sun rises, remember that today is a gift from God. As you get out of bed, think about the gift of a healthy body. There's some people in hospital beds. As you gather up your schoolwork and prepare for the day, be grateful. Be grateful for your abilities and talents. Try to count the many good things I have filled your life with. Is it 25, 50, 100? The Bible says, he says, I dare you to try to count every way that I have blessed you. The secret to being thankful is thinking about all the things in your life, and then all the good things in your life, and then remembering that these are all gifts from me. And that's just how I choose to look at things. And those things make me joyful. And it's an uphill battle. It's something that you got to do every day. But stay encouraged, friends. The word of the day is count your blessings, and that joy is not dependent upon external circumstances, but it is rooted in Jesus Christ, who gives it freely. So, guys, I want to thank you for coming out to the stream today. Super awesome to have you. Sorry about the short word of the day, but I got to do dad stuff. If you guys did tip, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you want to tip us because you felt like you benefited in some way from the stream, Cash App is available to you. Also, you can do super stickers, super chat, and whatever else have you, okay? So thank you again, Cherish. Great job as a moderator. I appreciate you coming out today. I'm trying to finish up this edit on that video for you, but I hope that I was able to do something to explain to you a little bit more about digital caricatures and stuff. So I'll see you guys next Tuesday.